You're listening to Up Our Street Radio with Tamsin and Irene.
Up Our Street was originally established to give a voice to all the different communities in the Easton and Lawrence Hill area. The school building that we're in now, as I understand it, something like 60 or 70 languages are represented amongst the pupils in that school.
Every time I've certainly tried to organise any public event, any initiative, Up Our Street have always been there to offer their assistance, whether it's a public health related issue, whether it's about community cohesion, whether it's about active citizenship, whether it's about listening to local businesses, cleaning the roads up, tidy BS5, any initiative that we've been successfully involved in Easton. Up Our Street has always done their utmost to ensure that as much public consultation, raising awareness has actually taken place.
Up Our Streets, the magazine itself is such a brilliant resource for the local community.
Up Our Street magazine is published 4 times a year, and we do our level best to make sure it gets through the letterboxes of 14,000 households in Easton and Lawrence Hill. Information is really important. People need to know, if they're going to be politically involved, they need to know what's happening. They need to have that information so they can make those decisions. But also, the best part of my job is I get to go and meet some amazing people in the community and find those stories and hear those voices that maybe don't get heard in the mainstream media.
You don't usually have a pool of those type of people in communities, and I think that it's been magic for Easton and Lawrence Hill.
People look at you, they stare, they all stare, they point at you, they shout things, they make you feel different. It's fantastic.
We've recently acquired this new building. We're going to turn it into a community arts venue, and it needs a bit of work on it. It's a real mess.
The bath needs to work. I'd like to win.
We've got big plans. We've got this over there. It's going to be a really big community garden.
It's taken a lot of work, but we have now created a place that brings lots of people together, and it's fantastic.
We wanted to give people with learning disabilities a chance to become more involved in the community, and above all else, a chance to be visible and shape people's attitudes. Now we can do that.
What we've always focused on is the community development approach. So whenever there's an issue in a community, we've always got people together to talk about what the issue is and how they felt they could be part of the solution in helping things get better.
We work in 5 priority neighbourhood areas, and it used to be 6, so Filton used to be considered a priority neighbourhood. We've done a lot of groundwork there over the last 8 years. We've done it by working with community groups to identify funding. We put on community events.
We also set up memory cafes. Memory cafe is a social get-together for somebody who's living with dementia. We know that dementia is isolating. A memory cafe is a way to bring people together.
We identified issues and concerns, for example, the Anti-Hate Crime Ambassador Programme.
We run Anti-Hate Crime Ambassador programmes across 12 schools in South Gloucestershire. We worked very intensively with small groups of people, and they were out about in our community, at events, at fairs, talking at community engagement forums, talking at strategic groups, saying why they, as young people, wanted to stand up and do something about prejudice.
What we do is help people to find solutions for themselves.
We're aware that Patchway, as it stands, is a predominantly Christian place, and so one of the pieces of work I'm doing through the Hate Crimes Partnership is to try to make contact with faith community leaders from other faith groups.
There's all different kind of communities are living in South Gloucestershire, and the best way to move forward is to come together, work together, have a same voice, so we can understand each other and live better life.